Now, the whistleblower policy of the federal government got legal backing as the Senate passed into law the bill for an act to protect persons making disclosures for public interest and others from reprisal. The report on the bill was presented for passage by the chairman of the Senate Committee on Judiciary, Human Rights and Legal Matters, Senator David Umaru of Niger East. Now, for more perspectives on this, we have in the studio with us a National Coordinator, Change Agents of Nigeria Network, Olukayode Salako. Good to have you here on the News Hour.
Thank you very much.
Well, let's begin with this now. What are your thoughts on this new bill and how effective do you think this might be on the whistleblower policy of the federal government?
Yeah, thank you. Well, the purpose of introducing the policy is to encourage Nigerians who have good information, authentic information, sure information about some of the enemies of our country to come out, to come and expose their nefarious acts against the country, no doubt. But yesterday, the Senate passed the concept into law.
Yeah.
Make it a legal, entity, but with a provision to at the same time discourage people who might have whistles to blow. For example, if you tell me that if I blow my whistle against anybody, and it happens that the EFCC officials get to that source or that place I said, money has been hidden. And the EFCC people did not see money there. So it means I'm going to go to jail. I am going to be locked up.
Okay, so that means you have to be very careful then, if that's the case.
No.
Before you whistle blow, you have to be careful.
No. It is unintelligent for anybody to just leave his house to go and lie against anybody inside EFCC's office, to walk into EFCC by himself when he doesn't have a mental problem.
Okay, let's cut to the chase.
He has an information.
Let's cut to the chase. The provision you're talking about is 5-year jail term for false
10 million naira fine. Yeah.
For false whistleblower. That's really the point you're making.
Yes.
But there's been cases of false alarm. Are you saying that those alarms were really true? The cases of Ekwerimadu, for instance, it was tipped up. The chairman of Senate Commission on Appropriation 2 was also his house was also ransacked. Former Vice President Sumner Sambo too was also. Are you saying all those are just false alarms?
I still believe strongly that someone cannot deliberately go to EFCC to say somebody is keeping the country's money somewhere. What of if these national looters, also have their own agents inside the EFCC, office? They have their own agents.
Have you also thought of the fact that some of the cronies of the government may also have agents within those who prosecute or pursue this whistleblowing policy? Is that not a possibility as well?
Well, what I am trying to say in a nutshell is this. The Senate has done what is right, giving the policy a legal backing, which is very correct. It is within the purview of their role, their functions, to support the federal government, to give legal backings to some of their policies, But you are providing punishment for the whistleblowers. You are not even providing punishment for the looters.
So what would you have proposed them to do? Is it that they should have given a lesser punishment, or they shouldn't have even given a fine? Or what would be your proposal?
Well, that should have been left to the court and to the EFCC to decide. You see, someone has got an information and is very sure about it. And he went, the EFCC asked him to come. And there might have been betrayal along the way,
all right.
along the line.
We understand that. Okay, we're wrapping up this interview now, but you're also aware there's a case in Ministry of Foreign Affairs, a particular man who blew a whistle against some directors. He's been sacked from up to tomorrow. He's not been recalled. So this issue goes beyond just an individual, even when government agencies are involved. What do you have to say to that?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, the Senate has just done something, and it has 4 meanings to me. The first meaning is that a law has been passed to protect the whistleblowers, to protect them. The same law is also giving protection to the national looters. The same law is also discouraging Nigerians from blowing their whistles. And the same law is also giving encouragement, more and more encouragement to people to continue to loot Nigeria. Because if I have a good information that someone has looted, and I take it to EFCC, and somebody in EFCC calls the looter to tell him that somebody has come and pass an information about you, and the looter quickly goes to remove the loot. There, which means at the end of the day, the whistleblower is going to be left as a fool.
All right, let's leave it at that for now because of time factor. But we'll discuss this matter as time permits.
It should have been left to the FCC.
Olukayode Salako, we'd like to thank you very much for your analysis on the News Hour.
Thank you very much.